few years ago, I would have told you that becoming a millionaire in a short space of time was unrealistic, maybe even impossible. But after building income streams that grew to 7 figures from zero in 2.5 years, I've realized that the strategies that actually work are nothing like what most people think. If you're new here, hi, I'm Nischa. I'm a qualified accountant and former investment banker. By the end of this video, you'll understand the easiest way to become a millionaire and why it's not for everyone, the most realistic path to becoming a millionaire twice as fast, and third, the specific steps I'd take if I was starting from scratch today. So first up, we need to talk about the easiest, most accessible way to become a millionaire. It's a strategy that doesn't require you to be a genius. It doesn't involve buying a lottery ticket, and certainly doesn't involve becoming a tech founder. The simplest, lowest effort way to become a millionaire is to invest in the stock market and then rely on the game of compounding. In fact, if you invested $470 a month in something like the S&P 500 that gave you an average annual rate of return of 8%, you'd become a millionaire really easily. There's just one problem. It will take you a very long time. In fact, assuming historical returns, it would be 35 years. You could reduce the timeline to 26 years, but it would mean you'd need to up the amount you'd invest to $1,000 a month. So if you're hoping to become a millionaire within the next 1, 2, 3 years, this strategy won't be what you're looking for. But stick with me because there is a point to this. While the stock market might not be the quickest way to invest, it still does have a lot of advantages, which is why a huge part of what I make goes into the stock market. It's because firstly, once you get started, it is unbelievably passive. Secondly, it runs in the background while you focus on leveling up in your job and your business and increasing your active income. Third, you don't need a degree or any special qualifications or skills to invest. And fourth, you don't need to take huge risks. All that's well and good, but what if you don't want to wait 20 to 40 years? You clicked on this video because you want to get to the millionaire status a lot quicker than that. Before I get into what you want to do, there's one thing that you want to accept that you can't do, and you can't save your way to a millionaire status. I know that sounds completely backwards, especially coming from someone who talks about personal finance, telling you to stop saving, but there is a reason to this. When most people decide they want to get rich, one of the first things they do is they start cutting expenses. They might cancel subscriptions, they might stop eating out, they might switch to Colgate from supermarket brand toothpaste and convince themselves that frugality is the fastest path to wealth. We've all been there. It's almost a rite of passage. We all have to go through it before we realize that this is the slowest way to build real wealth. Because what most people don't realize is that it's impossible for most of us to save our way to $1 million. Let's do the maths. If you earn the average salary and you manage to save an impressive 20% of your income after tax, that's roughly $6,100 a year. At that rate, it would take you about 164 years to reach $1 million. Even if you doubled your savings rate to 40%, which would mean living on barely anything, you'd still be looking at 82 years. The problem is that saving has a ceiling. There's only so much you can cut. You can't reduce the rent below zero. You can't stop eating. You'll always have basic costs that set a floor on how low your expenses can go. That then leads me to the second point, which is to build significant wealth quickly, you need to focus on the other side of the equation. In fact, there's a formula that every millionaire understands. Wealth equals income minus expenses. Most people spend all their energy on the right side of that equation, the expenses part. They're obsessed with cutting costs, finding deals, living frugally. But the millionaires that I've met, they're not just focused on that side, they're also laser focused on the left side. That is the income part. So now that we understand that, how do you scale that income side? Because you can't scale it fast enough through most regular jobs if you want to get to millions in a short space of time. Because let's say you're earning $50,000 a year. If you're really good at what you do, you get promoted, you might see a 10 to 15% pay rise, maybe even 20%. After 5 years of solid performance, a few promotions maybe, you could be at 80,000, maybe 100,000. That's great, but it's still not $1 million. The problem is, in a job, your boss decides your pay, your HR decides the pay, the company budget decides. You can work twice as hard, deliver twice the results, but still only get that percentage bump. So if you want to shrink those decades to a few short years, you need to play a completely different game. One where your output is directly tied to your input. And in most cases, that comes in the form of entrepreneurship. So what you want to do is create something that ideally doesn't have a cap, something that can scale without you. And this is the part that most entrepreneurs never get to because they're too busy putting out fires, chasing clients, or spending so much time working inside the business that they don't have time to build anything bigger than themselves. But every millionaire has some form of scalable asset in their business, something that can grow without relying on their personal time or personal output. So moving on to how to actually get there. And this can look different depending on your industry, but a few ideas. A service that runs through a small team. This is where you can step back from delivery and move into strategy, quality control, leadership, a digital product or online offer. So something you can sell repeatedly without recreating it each time. We're talking templates, PDFs, workshops, memberships, courses, anything that packages your expertise. Third, system and processes that allow you to handle more clients. This isn't glamorous, but it is powerful. When your business can comfortably handle 5 clients, then 10, then 20, your income starts growing exponentially. Then content that attracts customers while you sleep. So we're talking social media, YouTube, email lists. These are long-term assets that bring in opportunities even when you're not actively marketing. And fifth, a small team or network of freelancers. This is often the most affordable route. You start by outsourcing the low energy tasks, then gradually hand over delivery. Then eventually you build a lean, highly performing team. So the point is, millionaire income doesn't come from doing more work. It just comes from building more capacity. And once you combine correct pricing, clear positioning, tighter operations, smart outsourcing, and a scalable asset or delivery model, hitting that millionaire or that 7-figure business is a lot more achievable. But one of the biggest reasons new entrepreneurs struggle to increase their income, let alone become millionaires, is that they're still operating like employees without the benefits. In fact, most small businesses in the UK, for example, have 0 employees, meaning the business owner is doing everything, delivering the service, making the products, replying to emails, doing the marketing, handling the bookkeeping, managing customer service. In fact, a big problem I used to face in my business was sending and receiving invoices on time. Not only collecting them, but checking the dates, extracting amounts, adding descriptions. It felt like this endless admin loop that I could never get on top of. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that there had to be an AI solution to help with this, but I had no idea how to build it. So instead of spending more time trying to figure this out, I went to our sponsor, Fiverr Pro, posted exactly what I needed, and hired an AI specialist. By the end of that week, I had an AI agent built. Now it collects my invoices, it scans them, it pulls out the dates, amounts, descriptions, and adds everything into an Excel sheet with a payment completed checkbox. The whole headache was fixed within 1 week, and now the process is streamlined. If you need something complex done, Fiverr Pro's vetted experts can help. Fiverr Pro has become my go-to support when I need reliable, high-quality work fast. If you want to see how much time you can save, head to pro.fiverr.com and get started. Operating as a company of one can make sense in some situations if you're a gardener or a decorator and you're happy making a decent income while living a low-pressure lifestyle. That's totally fine. But it does make it hard to become a millionaire because when you're doing everything yourself, your entire business relies on you. Not only is this not sustainable because everything could fall apart if you get sick or if you stop working, but also your income is permanently capped by your time and energy. And I've talked to friends about this, and something that comes up again and again is that this feeling that we as business owners are the best person to do the job. We know that having a team would make things easier, but when we've gone this far by doing it all yourself, passing responsibilities to others can feel very overwhelming because suddenly you shift from being the doer to being a manager and being a teacher. And unless you already have experience in those roles, these are completely new skills to learn. And the thought of teaching other people to do things exactly how you want them done can feel like more work than just doing it yourself. But that's the trap because it keeps you working in your business when you should be working on it. When you start actually owning the business instead of just working in it, everything changes. Suddenly you're thinking in terms of systems, not tasks. You're asking, how can this run without me? Instead of asking, how do I fit this in? Designing processes and SOPs that anyone can follow, hiring or outsourcing strategically, building assets that work even when you don't, focusing on big money-making decisions rather than just the delivery. And it's only when you've mastered these changes that your chances of becoming a millionaire really start to take shape. And now, if that sounds really overwhelming, just start small, because you don't have to outsource your entire business overnight. If you edit your own videos that take hours, outsource it. If your client onboarding is really messy, takes hours, create a single template that you can reuse again and again. If answering emails is draining, set up an automation or set up templates that draft a response for you, set up a system, or hire someone part-time. If you spend all day on admin, automate the boring stuff as much as you can. These are all ways that let you step away from being in the weeds to stepping out, seeing the bigger picture, and making the decisions that can really drive your business forward. Obviously, something in mind is that when you start to earn more money, you can speed up your path to $1 million by investing as much as possible. Investing money back into your business is one strategy, but you can reduce the risk by investing in the stock market too. That way, you're not putting all your money in one basket, which is your own business, and instead, you're making money from other businesses' growth as well. And if you buy global index funds rather than individual stocks, you'll be investing in hundreds or even thousands of companies around the world. I talk about investing in the stock market all the time on this channel. To round things up, everything we covered today will help you build the income, the systems, and the scalability you need to become a millionaire. So don't forget to subscribe for more. And if you want to learn more, you could watch this video over here. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next week.